So I've been saying this for like Valentine's Day is so inverted because the original story is Romulus and Remus. It's not supposed to be about romantic love between man and woman. It's supposed to be about brotherly love. And I just got the urge to get on and say something about brotherly love because I feel like in this world, it's so inverted. Like you have all these like spoiled brat kings on the throne, right? With their money, with their power, with their influence. If they don't have money, they feel like they have power, they feel like they have influence. And the problem is they expect the whore of Babylon and the mother archetypes to get along, but we don't. This is an inversion. And I don't think that people realize this, so I'm not even mad about it. But you can't share influence between women who are opposing archetypally. Men themselves have duality. They have the Cain and Abel dualism, right? They have these Lucifer Michael split. Women don't have that. Women are either that of the mother or they are that of the Jezebel. They don't have that. But the Jezebel does a lot to pretend as if she is of the opposing archetype because she is dedicated to try to kill the offspring of her opposing archetype. So she pretends to be that of the mother, cloaking herself and eating up the minds of men. So a problem is where a lot of men feel like they need all this female influence, when in actuality, it's supposed to be the other way around. It's supposed to be brotherly love, and you don't share influence with two opposing women, two opposing archetypes. This is not sustainable. It is not sustainable for me to be in a relationship with any man who shares any influence of any kind of woman. I don't care if it's your grandma, I don't care if it's a friend of yours. We cannot coexist. We cannot. It is impossible. This is why the world is in such a state of chaos, because it is so handed to the whore of Babylon, who is going to drink the cup of her own filth when God rains down and, pours out his glory, his spirit. It can't happen. And then in the process, it's a distraction because the true thing that men are to learn is that it's more about brotherly love. See, we have these spoiled brat kings of the world who are just, just being the way they are with no reverence for God, no reverence for the mother, right? They want both the whores and the mothers, right? Because they get good narcissistic supply from the mother archetypes, and then they get, just weird mind control, like super control from the other. It's like they need to break away from the mind control, the control of the other archetype. And even if that means homelessness, I mean, honestly, even if that meant death, dudes need to be like that on fire for God through Jesus, that they would fucking die just to get away from the whore of Babylon, just to get away from the Lucifer in them. You need to kill the Lucifer in you. Everything's inverted right now. Men think that they can pull influence from both parties and it doesn't work. And they wonder why it doesn't work is because you can't have two polarizing archetypes in your life at all. But within men, they have the dualism. They need to find brotherly love. That's what Valentine's Day is all about. Oh, what's up from Toronto? I don't know Kevin Costner. Is that an actor? Probably not. All right, well, that's just it for now. Maybe more will come. All right, check you later. We have a problem here because everything's inverted. This is it. This is the inversion. It's either God and the mother or the whore of Babylon. Choose your influence wisely. Men are not supposed to even take influence from a woman that is so controlling, that has so much manipulation over their life, that is not their wife, right? Or not a good shepherd of God. They shouldn't do that. So the common denominator is God. The Jezebel is very godless. She wants to usurp God's power and pretend that she's the god in your life, that she controls everything in your life. In a way, in a position that is God is supposed to be. Whereas the mother archetype, she is the nurturing, abundant spirit that feeds you under God. And these two types of women, we cannot coexist whatsoever. Not whatsoever in each other's life, it seems. It sucks because a lot of men have had children with Jezebels, right? So it needs to be just as cut and dry as like drop off time and pickup time. And that's it. That's it. Every other woman, if you don't have a child with her, she's got to go. She's got to go. Her influence has to be completely removed from your life if you don't want to go to hell, because the Jezebels drag men to hell. It's their own pridefulness that drags them to hell. They're thinking that they need all these different women in their life when all they need is actually brotherly love. And you guys all come together through the will of God in the mother. There's a godlessness here. There's an inversion here. And, you know, this holiday will probably really spin it right side up, because a lot of things are being spinned up right side up. And this would be that time of year where, you know, the spell is breaking. So I hope I made my point. All right. You're the right kind of people. Love y'all so much. Check you later. Have a good night.